Hey, this is Angela. I wanted to give you a really quick webinar because I'm getting tons of questions. And I just want to do this. Number one, it's duplicatable. It's something that you can share with your team if you like. Um, but it's tapping into your market. It's right in front of you. And you're not utilizing it because you're not looking at things in this manner. And I want to change that for you. See if I can get my screen to change first of all. This is a script, and I don't even like to use that word because I want it to be a natural flow out of your mouth so that this is something you can say without using your company name, without your product name, and you can do it on any social media platform. You can do this anywhere. If you're in an elevator, if you're at Walmart, I don't care where you're at, this works. And I'll tell you how to do that in just a minute. But this is something I put in 20 referral requests every single day before I go to bed. My email is so full, my Facebook Messenger is so full, and my phone is blowing up, and I'm not even exaggerating. And this is simply what I'm saying. Hey, this is Angela. I am looking for referrals for a side project that won't interfere with what you're already doing. Could you connect me with a few names? Number one, what this does is it removes the person that you're talking to or that you're messaging or you're emailing, whatever, texting. It takes them out of the equation. So the defense is immediately dropped and it's not about them. And you're not even asking them a question. You're asking about who they know, because getting into somebody else's network is so powerful. When you get that, oh my goodness, there's just no limit to what you can do. So could you connect me with a few names? They will email you, message you back. This is probably going to be the quickest response rate that you'll ever get. So be prepared. Here's another one that I use. Hey, this is Angela. This may or may not be for you. I'm looking for some referrals for a very part-time side project that won't interfere with what you're already doing. What that does, again, this may or may not be for you as the takeaway. It again removes them out of the equation so that they're not all freaked out going, oh, she's trying to prospect me. She wants to sell me some of her crap. And it just completely removes that from their mindset. 3 times today, I have gotten responses that said, yeah, me. And I'm like, great. My answer is always great, or doesn't matter if they say no or not. It's like, great. Do you know anybody else? If they tell me no, my next question is, great. Do you know anybody else that may be open for a side project? If they say yes, they're open, then I'm like, great. I need you to go to this link, fill out the form, and I will give you a call as soon as it hits my email. That's where I'm sending them to my Diamond Factory. It immediately puts them in my email system. It gives me their phone number. I hit my text message. I message them, say, hey, this is Angela, got your number. Is this a good time to call? They say, yeah, I'm at work. Then I say, what's a good time this afternoon? Keep asking questions until you get the answer that you want. If they're not going to tell you, don't call me, because they've already raised their hand and said, yep, I'm interested. Go with that flow. Here's another one. This may or may not be for you is the most powerful statement that you're going to use, and it's going to cut the BS right out of your prospecting opportunities so that it keeps you in control. The moment that you drop your control button and give them control, you've lost the sale immediately. As soon as somebody starts hem-hawing around, this is a big mindset thing for a lot of you, and I understand that because I was right there with you. When somebody starts hem-hawing and they start backing up and start asking odd questions that don't really match what y'all have been discussing, or they need to ask somebody permission, this is what I say. You said you've got to ask your husband permission, your wife, your daughter, your whoever. Do you really have to ask them permission, or are you just trying to be nice and you're not interested? I take it right out from under them, because as soon as they start doing that, they're trying to think of an excuse to escape. I give it to them. I'm say, hey, no problem. Do you know anybody else that's interested? I'm looking for people that are open for an opportunity. they will start leaning back in because I just took the fish right off their hook and started in a different direction. You have to remain in control, which is posturing. And when you posture that what you have to offer, number one, I want you to understand that what you have to offer is amazing. It's an opportunity that can shift people's entire life, literally financial. We've got people on our team that are buying houses, cars, going on trips, going out to eat, and they didn't do that before. So when you get in your head that you have an amazing opportunity, because you do, and you take that hem haul away from them, okay, hey, no problem. Do you know anybody else? Start immediately disconnecting so that you don't take it literal, you don't take it personal, and you can shift. And they're going, well, I'm interested, but then there's a but. I understand this may not be for you, and that's okay. Again, take it away from them. When you take things away from people, they lean in. When you start leaning back, they start leaning to you. This is a pull business. I don't want to push them into business. I want to pull them, just like if you were doing tug of war. I'm going to pull this way. As soon as they start pulling backwards, I let go of the rope. I hope that makes sense, because I'm really pumped. This works. Miss Kayla used it this morning. She's freaking out because it worked. So if they say they're open, give them a task. Send them to a video, to a system, get them to log in and put their email and their phone number. I have 2 different systems that I use. If I think somebody's business oriented and they're not quite ready for Young Living yet, I will put them in my MLSP, because I want them to get business training. If I can get them training, my MLSP constantly focuses on my Young Living business. It's always pointing them back to what my opportunity is. I also use, it depends on the person. I got to play that out to see which one is which. I've got to send them to the right system. And, well, I just took that away from you too. But I put them in the Diamond Factory, in my CRM, which is an email list. Getting them to log in, giving them a task to do, gives you their information. I text them immediately, say, hey, this is Angela. I just got your email that you took the Diamond Factory tour. What time is good for me to call you? Is now okay? Leading questions, and some people say they're aggressive questions. Maybe, maybe not. But if you are given the lamb and sheep type questions and kind of in that permission phase, they're going to tell you no every time. But if you lean in with your questions and you're going, is now a good time? Make them give you a time, because they will. It's just a natural flow of conversation. But also giving them a task. If somebody's not willing to click on a link, put in their name and email, and hit submit, they are not serious, at least not right now. And I will put them in my follow-up book. I have a little book that I keep every name that I talk to. If I have their phone number, I put that in there. But putting them in my CRM gives me more control of saying this person's more serious. They've got a video in front of them. They've got content that I don't have to repeat, and they're watching that system while I'm prospecting over here. The more people that you can drive to a system and let the system do the talking for you, you can continue following up with your list. I don't want to repeat all of that, and I don't want to spend hours on the phone. I only want to talk to people that are open, ready to get started. Because when you start having phone conversations with people that are lukewarm, you're going to be exhausted on the phone all day and not get anything done. Put them in the system and watch it work. Let them go through the system. And then when they hit like step 3, step 4 into the Diamond Factory system, then I message them. Hey, it looks like you're really getting your information from the system. What do you think? Then I allow them to ask me a question. Great. What's a good time for me to call you? And as soon as we get on the phone, that's when I can see how open they are. And if they tell me everything that they like, I don't wait for hours. I say, great, it sounds like you're ready to get started. And then I pull it up and I put them in. It's that easy, I promise. And if they don't, then they're not ready for you yet. A no is not forever. It means no, not right now. So don't get all fired up over that. Here's your assignment before you go to bed. Contact 20 people on Facebook. And you're going, I don't know 20 people on Facebook. Well, let me show you. You see all these names right here, all of these likes. There's 57 people that just commented about this post right here. And I've got of course, this was early and I had a whole lot more posts. It was over 100 and something people that ended up doing this post. There's 15 comments. I go down here, hold my cursor over the name. Their profile will pop up. I'll drop them a message and it says, hey, you commented over on my post about blah, 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 whatever it was. Are you interested? Are you open? Not interested. Are you open for more information about the hormone? I mean, because you can go straight to the topic there because that's what it was talking about. You can do it this way, or I've got 3,800 people on my Facebook, I think. I have people in different lists on Facebook, so I know where I met them at different events, and whether it was coaching or, different companies, whatever. I have people in lists. I will pick a list. I will go down that list, and I will send them a message and say, hey, this is Angela, and let me take this back so you can see it. Boom. Hey, this is Angela. I'm looking for referrals for a side project that won't interfere with what they're already doing. Can you connect me with a few names? I use that one. And I also use the one that says, hey, this is Angela. I am looking for 2 to 3 people that would be open to using essential oils. Do you know anybody like that? Can you connect me? You can go straight to the question, and that has been very, very receptive. Let me see. I got 200 leads this last week for business. Those are still in that warm status. And let me tell you, I've got to keep a thought. I want to tell you about an oak tree. But the other ones that I ask for referrals for essential oils, I literally have 20 people, and I have 6 of them that are on the hot button. So I am, every 3 days, I follow back up with them. Every 3 days, I send them, hey, the other day you said, and I just want to check back. Are you ready to get started with that? And if they start giving me that hem-haw, I don't have money, I don't have, great, no problem. Just take it away from them. Don't spend your time on people that aren't willing to step forward, because if they're not going to step forward now, they're not ever going to step forward. I'm not going to say ever, but generally they don't. Another thing I want to tell you to do is take off the business suit, put on the flip-flops, bring your personality into your business, because when you relax and you are not attached to the result of the person that you're talking to, you are going to draw them to you. If somebody tells me no, I mean, I really don't give a flip. I don't, because I've already got somebody lined up, and I'm always looking for somebody new. You're constantly looking for the referrals. The NFL never stops looking for the next best player. And that's what you are, part of the NFL team. You are constantly looking for the next best player. Plugging your people into a system so that you're not hand-holding and that you are giving them the information that they need is very, very important. I'm going to talk about that over in the webinar. I want you to try this today. And another thing about an oak tree, what this is doing, these referrals that you're asking for, you're planting seeds. You're planting seeds. Just because the tree doesn't come up out of the ground today, you're planting seeds. And those seeds are oak trees. They take a long time to grow. They're slow growing. If you'll keep planting seeds, your time will catch up with that growth from the planting of the seed, which is casual, which is asking questions. somebody actually came back to me several weeks, like I had totally forgot I'd even talked to this person. She came back to me and she said, the other day you asked me if I knew somebody, and I do. And I'm like, great, who? And she said, me. She said, I've been researching this ever since we had that conversation. And she said, I'd like to know more. Great. What do? Plug her into the system, put in your name and email. I'll text you as soon as I get your message and see when we can get on the phone. Because when you get them on the phone, and I know a lot of you are going, oh, Angela gets on the phone. I only talk to people that are ready to talk to me. I'm not going to be cold calling nobody. The last thing I want to do is try to revive a dead fish. I want to talk to hot prospects that are ready. The conversation is fun. You know what to say because you're just having conversation with a friend. Quit trying to be this big, elaborate business person. Relax. Put on your flip-flops. Bring your sassy little personality with you. And I know there's a lot of pearls that are in this group as well. Bring your little pearly self on, because that is what is attracting people to you, is you and your personality. Okay, before I get into some long drawn out, let me get off here. Do your assignment, come back to the group and tell me your results. Have a good afternoon. See ya.